Stop it. Stop it.
Man, we are like in the military area of the Panhandle here.
The beginning of that is Seinfeld. The beginning of that is Seinfeld, and that's kind of in honor of Mr. Stiller died at 93 years old yesterday. That's pretty sad
That's
news.
what I heard.
And I'd like to always borrow that quote, "Serenity now." I think we all need that serenity now.
Hey guys, welcome to What's Up, Emerald Coast. I'm RJ Murdoch. He's Chris Seaman. Today is May 11th.
It is May 11th, Monday.
2020.
Monday. A lot happening.
Yeah, it was a great Mother's Day yesterday.
Mother's Day yesterday. There's a lot of people still dealing. There's 33 houses out there in Walton County. I got a few messages. There's a lot of things on Facebook where you can help some families out. So just search the Walton County Fire, and you can help some families out that lost their homes.
What I want to know is how come you are so tan?
So I'm
pale in comparison.
This is really good makeup. No, I swim every day, and that is my therapy. And shout out to a shameless plug. First one today.
Yeah, let's do a shameless plug. Why not?
The Destin Aquatic Center of Destin over the old YMCA.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan. I swim there every day. That is my therapy.
So is it indoor or outdoor?
It's an outdoor, so therefore the tan.
Oh, the Destin one. Yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
The Destin one is outdoor, and I swim there so that you can deal with me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It helps relax them and all that.
Yes.
Hey, speaking of shameless plugs, you are watching us live on Emerald Coast TV Facebook page, and but we're also live on YouTube, Roku, and Fire TV at the same time.
Fire TV.
Right, and then but also I didn't get a chance to really set it up this time around, but we were also. Check out the new What's Up Emerald Coast Facebook page.
Yeah.
As soon as we get enough likes on there, we're just going to start going live on that. In the meantime, we'll keep it on Emerald Coast TV until that time frame. And another shameless plug for your favorite place.
Oh, is it packed this weekend?
Oh my gosh.
CrabIsland.com.
You can't get to the beaches along the bridge, but you can park your boats and you can.
Now, the hottest business
hot.
is along the Emerald Coast on 98 from Fort Walton to Destin is pontoon rental.
Yeah.
And it is packed out there with pontoon rentals.
I know it's kind of a black and white picture, but this is right along the west bank there.
That's the West Jetty.
You know, they've got it all barriered off right now, so you can't park there, but all the boats are taking advantage of the fact, and they're having a hard time parking their boats.
And man,
so many people out there.
You can tell how beautiful it's been because my tan, because I swim every day, we haven't had any rain, so thus the tan. And thus Crab Island is super packed. Now, I did see Saturday a lot of boats rafted up. A lot of people kind of packed out there together, and all I can say is, come on, we got to do better than that. But there's plenty of space out there. So I think you're seeing on the west side of there in Noriega Point, more people take advantage of those raftable areas where you can put your boat, your rental up on that beach and have time to enjoy what we normally do and space out better. So I did see this. You know, I'm not necessarily an expert on Crab Island, but I've spent a couple hours out there. The island itself, you can see where everybody is spread out further to the northeast corner, and that's a good thing. And then people around the Coast Guard area have rafted up along there too. So a lot of boats are rafting up, but what you have is, are spreading out, but what you have is pods of people on the boats. So it's kind of a contradiction of COVID protocol out there.
And that's your CrabIsland.com update for today.
Here's the weather report. It's daggone hot and daggone beautiful. How about that?
I love it, love it. Hey, two things I thought was kind of interesting in today's paper is that tomorrow the Okaloosa County Board of Commissioners are going to get together to talk about the
mobile testing site.
Mobile testing site over here on the right side over there. So that actually is going to be coming to Okaloosa County. I know Pensacola had something set up, but we didn't really have anything set up over here in Fort Walton Beach. So
we need. I think they're going to put that down in that parking lot next to the Destin Bridge.
Well, they're going to be deciding all of
got him.
Drive-by boat testing.
There we go. That would get people's attention.
You have a little like a little slinky or something like that.
No, that's too much. That's too much.
Open wide.
Yeah, that's too much.
So, but speaking of the Board of Commissioners, we're going to have Nathan Boyles on Wednesday.
The man?
To talk about what the final decisions are and where all the test sites are going to be and stuff like that. So
I'm going to need a haircut.
Really kind of looking forward to that.
Oh my God, that's exciting. Yeah. He's legit.
He's legit.
He's a really good guy, man. I'm digging that man.
But also, what else happened on the paper that I thought was kind of interesting was the...
that was a great story.
A great story about this family that was able to finally finalize the adoption that they were going through. Everything kind of got held up during the because of the pandemic and all that.
Sure.
All the courts were
court
closed
stuff
up.
is- yes.
But then they were able to continue. The judge in particular that handles the adoptions through Zoom, and I think he said he's done maybe about 84 of
That's
these
awesome.
adoptions through Zoom, and that got me thinking about our today's guest, because we have a lot of children advocacy programs and adoption services and foster care, and I couldn't think of anybody more qualified to talk about it than, how do you call him?
Ken of the Hair, that man right there. Look, before he comes on here, there he is with Sarah, and we're so excited. I could make an argument. We could take a bet that we talked about Ted being on here and his hair. I put my money on that. I mean, that's aside from the name. I mean, look at that, man. It's
I've got to put him up there. There he is.
Look at the lighting in that building right there. That is fantastic. Ted has a long way to go to get to you, Ken. And hey, man, we are grateful both of you are here to talk about the Children in Crisis facility. And we'll ask him about you wanted to talk about other facilities that are out there.
I mean, Ken and I know each other because I've been helping out. I've helped out with some promo video to update something new. So I got a chance to tour the facility, which was really kind of cool. But
talking to our viewers, so continue.
Okay, yeah. So I'll talk to our side by side here. So talking with Ken, there's just a lot of advocacy programs around here and something like that. Now, I was asking you earlier, Ken, and you can help me out here. If anybody has any questions about wanting to do some adoptions or wanting to become a foster child parent or just trying to help another neighbor or someone else, where's the best place for them to go in order to find this type of information?
Well, they can give us a call on our phone, and then we can direct you to the appropriate place, because there's several out there that are focused on adoptions, foster kids, whatever the need is. So we'll need to get you to the right office. So my phone, 850-864-4242.
There we go.
And if I'm not here, just ask for Sarah. Sarah's the expert.
Well, we know who does the work in there. That's for sure, Ken.
So you said 850-864. What was the last four?
4242.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And you brought up earlier that as we were talking about, one of the things, the premises to this show is pre-pandemic life carries on in current pandemic life into post-pandemic life, and this is one of the most, to me, the communities with the biggest heart, and that we've talked about. Yep. You and I have had this personal conversation about military organizations. The charities that are in this community. We deal with hurricane relief. We deal with all kinds of wonderful causes. And you brought up the simplest way to help out is to go through the United Way. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. And they have a special phone number. Okay. 211.
Keep it that simple. 211.
Pretty easy.
God.
So is that
why couldn't we get that number?
Is it just 211, or do they have to do pound 211 or star 211, or just 211?
Just 211.
That is awesome. So let's talk specifically about the Children in Crisis. Sarah, can you give me the viewers the 30-second elevator speech? I could do it. I could do the 10-minute elevator speech, but I want to hear it from the boss in there, because a lot of people don't know what Children in Crisis is.
Children in Crisis, we have 6 homes on campus, one of which is an emergency shelter. And we have a married couple that lives in each of the homes, and we have foster children that are placed with us. We were established to try to keep siblings together. So we can have anywhere between 8 to 12 children in each home, and the house parents' full-time responsibility is caring for the children in their home.
That's outstanding.
Awesome.
That's like work of a saint, if you ask in a nutshell. You could have just narrowed that down to about a 3-second speech and say, we do the work of saints.
It's so true.
I had the privilege of touring that facility over there on the north side of Fort Walton Beach. And I remember Ken taking me on the tour and explaining the back, how it kind of works. And let's just paint this picture, and I know it's ugly, but it's the real world today. It's our community. It's right here in the neighborhood, which is why you guys are where you are. But when you have a troubled home, and it's usually drug-related, criminal-related, there's kids in that home that are the quiet victims, the unrepresented victims of just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And as the community deals with those parents, somebody has to step in and provide for those children safety first, feed them the basics of the pyramid, the food, water, shelter kind of thing. And I commend you. Just talking about it brings up all my feels for sure. But going forward, have you seen not the mission necessarily, but have you noticed any changes in the community because of the pandemic and how you're having to deal with that?
Yeah.
Well, yes. Let me go back just a little bit more and talk about children in crisis and how we fit in the community, as you were discussing, Chris.
Okay.
Children in crisis is actually sometimes the second step to a lot of the other charities that are in a community. We have wonderful charities here, and as you've already pointed out, Chris, what a wonderful, supportive community we have to those charities. And we're going through a difficult time right now. But if you look at the Children's Advocacy Center, wonderful charity, they actually usually are the first one in line after Department of Children and Families. Department of Children and Families are usually called, and they send out an investigator if there's an issue in the home like you were talking about. And then CAC is there to take the children, to interview them, do the forensic, and determine if there was needs to be a prosecution of someone. And how CIC fits in that is that we are the next step. In other words, if those children can't go back to that abusive home, they'll be placed in they can be placed in our emergency shelter, and then eventually one of our foster homes. And it's the same way with Fresh Start. Fresh Start, if that family fails, God bless them, we hope that they are successful and keep the families together. But if that doesn't happen and the family deteriorates and separates, children in crisis will probably get some of those children or all of them. Same way with Shelter House. Shelter House, if there's an abusive situation, and unfortunately the child is taken from mom, then the children in crisis will probably get that child. So we are the next step on many of those. And of course, the next step to Department of Children and Families and Family First Network, they give us a call. They ask, Sarah, do you have a placement for this child? We say yes, and then they place those children with us. And so CIC is actually the home for the foster kids that have no place else to go.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, Sarah, how is I'm betting this thing. I'll answer my own question here. That building you're in over there is probably pretty full all the time. Is that true?
Right now, we're down a little bit during this pandemic, but yes, we get calls, 2, 3, 4 daily from our 4 surrounding counties. But yes, we have houses that have 9 children in them right now that our parents are caring for, and we're actually doing schoolwork with them now and lots of other stuff.
Is the fact that it's down right now, and I'm speculating, is that a result of people are not at school? Our children are not at school; they're more at home, so you don't have the reporting, the observations of the red flags of that a child there might be an abusive situation. Is that part of that? I hear that.
That's a good speculation for sure.
Okay, yeah. That's a fair speculation.
We were talking about that earlier too. You're right on. We were talking about that earlier, and that's absolutely affected their numbers. Yeah. So it kind of makes you wonder, and are also a little bit afraid that some of those children that may be in those situations aren't getting identified so that we can help them.
Yeah, that's the biggest fear I have.
With all the homeschooling and stuff like that. So I guess it's really going to be dependent upon other kids that they know and their families and their neighborhoods. And they can call that number they can see on the screen right now, either directly to you guys or the United Way with the 211 to get information about how they can probably help.
Yeah.
No, it looks like the screen froze up.
Are you still there?
Well, we might have just lost them. But
I got one more question, so they've got to come back.
Yeah, hopefully they'll come back.
We have got to talk about pizza. I mean,
Wow.
At the end of the day, my favorite thing to do is they might need to, if they can hear us, they might need to.
I think that the problem's on our stream.
We might need to have them come back into Zoom. So one of the things that I'll bring up, I know I'll say this on behalf of Ken, because I was going to ask, what is it you need the most? And Here
we go.
Back.
There they are.
Oh.
So good. I get to ask this question, but I know and forgive me, Ken, that I feel like I think you just trained me really well. So and I'm grateful you did, because I love talking about your organization. I love teasing you, of course, but I love talking about your organization in the community. And Sarah, if I ask this question, what do you need most in there right now? Is it capital? Is it volunteers? Is it patience? What is it you guys need the most out of our community?
Great question.
Well, you probably guessed this, what I was going to say, but it's actually to sustain operations.
Yeah.
It's to keep the doors open. It's to pay the utility bill, which is about $8,000 a month. So that's my first. But we also need food for our pantry to feed the kids and house parents. We're low on house parents because probably because of this pandemic going on. But we have 3 couple positions available. I'll let you talk about that.
Yeah, we have 2 full-time house parent and then a relief parent couple positions that are open that we need people for sure.
We also need a relief couple, even that, and that could they wouldn't have to move into one of our homes if they didn't want to. If they have their own home and they were set up, and they could just come in for a 4 or 5 day weekend to relieve a couple that live in the Children in Crisis neighborhood.
Yeah, kind of give them an opportunity to take a break for a little bit.
I posed the question, Ken, and I knew it was that you needed money, because I can see the struggle. We've done a lot of events together, from golf tournaments to one of my favorite things to do is you didn't even call me anymore. You just called my bar directly and said, hey, we need 20 pizzas. And my staff knew, just make them, because it's going to an amazing cause. But I can see where your struggle is, knocking on people's doors and they haven't been open, or they're struggling to keep their utility bills paid. So, you gave me my Facebook post today. It's going to be all about you. Yes, I will tease you about the hair, but I will certainly put it. But hey, it's a billboard to me, because I think the idea is to bring attention, and there's got to be people out there that can help just with some funds right now. I mean, I'm sure there's some government stuff there. I know you're a master at working that, and Sarah, that's probably a full-time aspect of your job. But to the people out there that are viewing, or they read the post or something like that, I know the answer is you can't go knock on a restaurant's door if they're not open. But you still got kids to feed and take care of. So if people are out there that can make that donation, that's all I can ask of people in the community, because now is when this is what I know means we're in this together. Because, it's not necessarily about, do you wear a mask? Do I wear a mask? Did you get a test? Do you get a test? There's kids right now that need to eat. And I appreciate you need a couple of parents in there. I am not qualified to be in there, but I will be happy to feed you. And I'm trying my darndest to get back to that point, Ken. And I look forward to it, man. You're a saint in this community. I give you a lot of credit for what you've done.
Yeah.
And
you can see the glow behind them right now.
The glow,
on
the
hair.
picture in the back. Man, that's the mirage, that part. But no, what he does in the community, Ken, is. And Sarah, I'm sure you're right in line.
Thank you very much.
You're learning from the master right there. And I can't say, I could say it all day, so I need to just shut up. But I could keep talking about how the importance of what you do. How you go about doing it, to me, is an example for other charities. I helped run a charity for a period of time, and I learned a lot from you, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.
Yes. So if anybody wants to find out a little bit more about Children in Crisis, they've got a great Facebook page. They keep people posted what's going on. They've got an okay promo video done by some guy. And,
that is awesome.
But check out Children in Crisis on Facebook, and you can keep up with not the Joneses in this case, it's the Hares.
Yeah, the Hares. The Hares, the Sarah and the Hare.
Right.
So team effort, let me tell you.
Hey, thank you for your time today, guys. You're fantastic. Keep it
absolutely.
up.
All right. You take care, and we'll be in touch.
So, wow. That's that's a great way to start my Monday there, Mr.
I know.
RJ.
I love bringing our guests in first because they're not on hold for so
busy.
long, but they also have so much information to pass on.
Well, he's got to get out there and just start. Restaurants are open.
We're a 20-minute show, and we're already done.
Yeah, we don't get to talk about today's holidays.
Oh well, we'll throw that in.
Come on, let me know what I'm rooting for today. What do I get to eat?
Okay, today, well, you're gonna love this one.
Yeah.
Because today is Eat What You Want Day.
True story. I have no clue what these are going to be. He's not allowed to tell me, so I get to eat what I want today.
Eat What You Want Day.
And the fat boy says I don't get to eat what I want because I'm still trying to lose weight.
But
so...
speaking of losing weight or at least feeling good, it's also National Foam Rolling Day.
That's a marketing tool.
You brush your teeth every day to keep them clean.
National Foam
rolling apparently helps your muscles kind of loosen up and stuff like that.
That one's got to go.
That's what I was told.
That one's got to go. Is that the last one?
This
is good. This is going to be good. There we go. How about that?
I was trying to find a spiraling cone to bring on in.
That's good enough, man. You could just fade
that
out.
behind us right there, because I thought we were going to put ourselves in the twilight zone.
If you could make that move the whole time, that would be fantastic. National Twilight Zone. That's something to binge watch right there, is to go back and watch all the episodes.
All the episodes.
Twilight Zone.
They're still good.
Well, we actually feel like we're in a Twilight Zone right now.
I feel like it.
Yeah. Thanks, Moss Coffee.
Thanks, Moss Coffee.
Jim.
You help fuel this show, and
There we
of
go.
course, a thank you to the Daily News, because you
I can do
basically
another
help us
shameless plug.
decide.
I got a guy, because I'm getting ready to start working on a new store. I got a guy. My boy James has got his license and ready to go. If you need some repair work, contact me. I got to give him a little plug because he did a little extra work for me over the weekend, and he's a rock star. So I got a guy. If you need some construction work, let's get busy, Emerald Coast. And to all our viewers out there and my friends, stay rational.
Have a good time, be safe, and enjoy our beautiful area. We're out of here.